Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. This little series is a hops experiment in sort of a way. We're going to go through brewing. I'm going to roll some footage up here. What we've got going is a little collaboration project between Yakima Valley Hops and Under the Table Brewing. And earlier this year, Elder and I conjured this thought up, and Elder reached out to Yakima Valley Hops, got some feedback from them, talked about what our project was, what we're gonna do, and so this is the first in the series. And what it is going to be a series of different new and experimental hops that aren't really well known on the scene, and the home brewing scene, or maybe even in the commercial brewing scene. If you've had them, cool. We'd love to hear what your feedback is on them. But I'm going to share what mine is, and then the plan is to bottle a few of these up and send them out. So big thanks to Yakima Valley Hops and their contribution to the hops. Elder and I provided the malts, yeast, and I've done all the brewing so far. I did a single batch, 10 gallons, and split it into 2 boils.
Now, it's 11:15 or so this morning, Sunday.
Yeah.
I'm just having a little taste of beer, but
Why not? I've got one too.
here, cheers.
Cheers to you. Clink.
Yeah, we're doing a long distance brew day. I'm not really there to help drop hops or anything, but we're talking about what is up. A while back, I put in an order for Yakima Valley for a bunch of hops. I got one of those 4-pound packs for a deal.
I think there were four 8-ounce packs.
Yeah, so that's what it was. Anyway, afterwards, I started thinking about it, and I reached out to them. I sent them a thank you, and appreciated their business. They are very prompt in getting this stuff out. I had one bag that wasn't really vacuum sealed, but it was not a problem, and I told them that, and everything was fresh and good. And then I said, I have got this idea, would like to try this, if you would be willing to help sponsor it and show us a little support. So in the letter, I proposed that we do a hop experiment of sorts.
With new experimental hops. Yep.
Ask them about new experimental hops that are just starting to hit the scene, that they're getting in, that haven't been really introduced to the whole scheme of
mainstream.
public.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
For marketing. So got a real nice letter back. Yeah, sure, be happy to. What are you thinking? What do you got in mind? So we threw out some ideas using a base malt recipe and just showcasing the hops themselves.
Yep.
So they set up some samples.
So Elder and I conjured up the recipe and agreed on it, and it's real simple. I touched on it on one of my earlier clips, and once we agreed on that, we decided what the hop schedules were going to be. We sent it off to them, and they said, "Looks great, sounds great." So ultimately, we hope to send them a couple of beers to try.
Yeah. And today there's a double brew day.
Yep. Single mash, and two different boils. So.
Yes. So doing
Auto Supreme. Yep.
Auto Supreme.
And then Vinny Special, which is also a leaf hop. So
that'll be cool.
Yep. I'll keep the footage going, and then we'll have tasting clips later on. So cheers.
Cheers.
See ya, Elder.
Cheers to you.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and give you the recipe for the grain recipe and the hop addition schedule. Every one of these is going to use USO5 yeast and the same bittering hops, which is Warrior, at about 16 and a half alpha acid. So for a 5-gallon batch, we did 9 pounds of pale 2-row pale malt, half a pound of Carapils, half a pound of Crystal 15 from the Patagonia malting company down in, I think they're in Peru, and then a half pound of Bonlander Munich. which is a 10L, 10 Lavabond, or 10 SRM Munich malt, so light Munich. And that's really it. For the, like I mentioned, the bittering is Warrior. It's a half ounce at 60. And then we did a 1 ounce edition at 1 ounce edition at 5 minutes, and then a 3 ounce edition in Whirlpool, and then a 4 ounce edition at dry hops. Now some of these hops are leaf hops. These first two that we did are leaf, and they are, well, you know, just watch the video, and I'll be back. So there's the Auto Supreme, and there's not a whole lot of information in this hop. It's a new variety, experimental variety, sown on very small plots, as I understand. The descriptors, the only thing I've got is fruity, peach, pineapple, orange, guava, which sounds pretty amazing. It's 14.6 alpha and 9.3 beta. So let's see what this is all about, huh? That's going to be the first hop for the day, for the first boil. Here's the, we got the Experimental Vinny Special, 12 alpha acid. Don't know much else about these. I'm assuming that's Vinny from Russian River, but these hops smell great. Smell really, really good. They're kind of like a Cascade meets Citra, if you could imagine that. So, awesome. So what do we know about the Yakima Valley Hops Vinny Special Experimental Leaf? Went to the website, 12% alpha acid, 4.8 beta. Its aroma qualities from the website say fruity, mangosteen, citrus like a clementine, pine, and coriander. So that's interesting. Can't wait to get this thing fermented out and have my first taste, but yeah, I really do like the way these things smell right out of the bag. So Whirlpool's going. Gonna let that go for about 30 minutes, and then we'll chill it down and get it in a fermenter. Cheers. There they are. Go ahead and dry hop the Vinny Special, and then I'm gonna rack that one. This one's gonna be dry hopped in primary, and then that one is gonna be dry hopped in a secondary. I'm gonna rack it out of there because even though there's some space, I think that 4 ounces of leaf hop is gonna fill that up pretty good. As it is, this one is pretty full too. Let's see if I can do this. Yeah, she's pretty full, but there's enough space in that. It smells really good. I haven't tasted it yet. We've got a gravity sample. I'm going to check that. I'll be back in a second to tell you about it. Get these guys in. There you go. Let them work their magic. Beautiful. Racking the Auto Supreme. Alright, racked it all over. This is the Auto Supreme. A little bit higher gravity on this one, and a little bit less liquid as far as that goes, a little less work. But it's still going to be good. There we are. Oh, finished pretty low. 1.006. Alright, so I didn't do any tasting of the Vinny Special, but I've got the Auto here, Auto Supreme. What I got out of the Vinny was very simple, clean, kind of a Sierra Nevada Pale Ale note. The hops reminded me of Cascade at this stage, so I'm curious to see what it's gonna bring out with the dry hops. So looking forward to that one. Also, the Auto. A lot more juicy characters. I'm actually getting notes of orange and kind of like sweet orange, almost like mandarin, and that pineapple note that they describe is there, along with I don't know if it's a papaya or a guava kind of a note. So quite a bit coming out of it just at this stage. So excited to see what it's going to be like after some carbonation. Cheers. So this is the Auto Supreme. These turned out to be about 6% and right about 40 IBU. So pretty easy drinking. I think I got that right. I'm going to pull up my specs again. Clarity isn't all that great, but I really wasn't shooting for a super clear beer. You can kind of see through it. So it's got a bit of chill haze, probably some hop haze to that too. Let's see, I was targeting, no, it's not here. I was targeting about 5.5%, and I ended up at 1052 for a starting gravity and 1.007 for a final. So we're looking at 5.9, 6%, something like that. So it might have been a little bit lighter on the IBU than I wanted. Let me see what that came back with. I was going to check that. So 6% and about 40 IBU. So real easy to drink. Aroma wise, the Auto Supreme is it has a bit of a pineapple and kind of a tropical fruit thing going on. To me, it's not a real strong pungent aroma, but it is very, very pleasant. I really do like it. These are a little bit cold, so I might need to come back if that warms up. But let me get a drink on it and tell you what I think. Well, the recipe is good. It's really well balanced with the amount of bitterness. It finishes pretty dry with that 1.007. So it really does let those hops just kind of punch right through. Real nice fruitiness. Very clean hop. Not a lot of earth notes or anything. It's not really dank. Maybe just a touch of dank. No real pininess. Kind of a guava pineapple thing. Aside from that, there's really not a lot of citrus in it. Maybe a touch of tangerine. Overall, just a real nice hop. Don't get any grassy notes. Don't get any of that, like that earthy, musty kind of thing. You can get some from some of those. Some hops will have that. Overall, just a really, really nice, fruity kind of hop. So I think that has a lot of potential. This is the Vinny Special. So I'm trying to figure out the name of Vinny Special, and is it Vinny from Russian River? Not really sure. Aroma wise, this one for some reason I'm picking up more of a malt aroma, kind of a maltiness, a little breadiness. No real yeast esters coming off of that. The USO5 is nice and clean. I'd love to be able to get a good swirl on that, but another clean, clean hop aroma. Not a lot coming off of it, but I do get some. A little grapefruit peel, a little zest. And like a little bit of almost like a bubble gum. which is kind of unique. These beers fermented at exactly the same temperature, exactly the same type of profile. I did do something a little bit different between the two, and I haven't been able to detect any difference, and that was I dry hopped in the primary in one, and then I dry hopped in the secondary in the other, and that was for a couple of reasons. One, because I did primary ferment in a glass carboy for one, and then a more of a just a standard fermenting plastic bucket for the second one. And with the leaf hops, I wasn't going to fight shoving them down a carboy neck, and I didn't have enough headspace anyway. So, yeah, maybe a little bit more of a grassy earthiness on this one. Definitely getting that grapefruity. I got a little in my beard, on my mustache. All right, I'm going in. Pretty much follows the aroma. So it's got, this one seems to have a little bit more bitterness than the first one. It might be because of that grapefruit character. Definitely getting that, like that grapefruit zest. The malts seem to be a little bit more present in this one. And this is the one, that was dry hopped in primary. So I never racked it off the yeast before I dry hopped. But, yeah. I'm more impressed with the Auto Supreme than I am with the Penny Special. It's still a nice hop, and I think that this is probably the right beer style for it. It works really well in this pail. It's a very good drinking pale ale, so don't get me wrong. It drinks like a rock star, but as far as these two hops, I'm going to say that the Auto Supreme is my favorite of the two. So that's it for the first one. I'm going to send some of these out and about. Hopefully before they get too long in the tooth. I want to get some to Elder, and because of his contribution to this project, and probably send a couple more around, and hopefully we'll get some more videos. And I'd really like to get some up to Yakima Valley. So now with these colder months approaching, I better get on that because it's already into November. So cheers. I got more of these coming. We have, I think, maybe 4 or 5 more hop varieties to go. So some that I'm really looking forward to. So I'm not going to really divulge too much. I'm just going to kind of let these roll out and hit you guys with these new hops. And they are going to be a little bit stretched out and between the videos, because I want to do short snips of brewing and then reviews like this. So basically you're getting a grain to glass all in one shot. I know it's a little bit long. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've had either one of these hops or if you're planning to brew with them. If you've got any questions about them, shoot me a little note down below. Love to hear your feedback. And cheers, everybody. Go to Yakima Valley Hops, check out their website, buy some equipment, buy some ingredients, buy some hops. Great deals on hops. Sign up for their newsletter. Stay tuned. We'll be back. Cheers, and homebrew up. Thanks again.